Hey everyone, welcome to our latest video. My name is Doc and I am the owner and co-founder of the Hood Collective. And today we're going to be talking about the problem with cannabis events in 2026. So we care a lot about events and we think a lot about events because when we started in 2017, that first couple years when we're just trying to kind of figure out what we're doing and what our niche was and how to get a foot into the door of the industry, we just stumbled into or lucked into event marketing and as kind of the core of our business. And so for those first few years, most of our business revolved around the event organizers and people going to events. Events were huge in the Pacific Northwest where we started at that time. And there's always events going on. And it was, very important to the industry then. It was kind of, how business got done. And then the pandemic hit and overnight events were wiped out. And so literally 90% of our business was gone overnight. And so that was a come to Jesus moment. And fortunately, we found our way through, like many of you did, whether you were in cannabis at that time or we all had to kind of find our way through that period, however we could. And luckily we came out the other side, and actually probably the better for it because we became more diversified and didn't rely on just one aspect of the industry. So now we're in 2026. The pandemic is fortunately in the rearview mirror. So what is the state of the industry when it comes to events now? And there's a lot fewer events, obviously. There's a few prominent national events. And then every state has, a couple or several, some of the bigger states, more than several events on their calendar every year. And obviously the biggest one every year is MJBizCon. So how should you be shaping your strategy around events? The first thing that I want to suggest is that in this reality, you should be steering away from those big national events. Those, 2 or 3 big event companies that kind of are monopolizing everything, led by MJBizCon. Because there's a lot of people there. There's often many, many people there. But it's not, because there's so many people there, it doesn't afford you the same opportunity that a smaller event would to get in front of decision makers, to kind of stand out and have meaningful conversations with people that can lead to something. And often they're focused on panels with big celebrities and big names and it's not really useful to the average business owner. And so I urge you to steer clear. And I think if you've been to MJBizCon the last couple of years, you have experienced it. You know what it's like. It's great to see the people that you know and to have a good time and to hang out in Vegas or wherever the event may be. But it's not great for your business, and people are getting fewer and fewer sales out of these events. My suggestion is very simple. Focus on the local events. Focus on the state events and the city events where you can sponsor for a much cheaper price point and have a much more meaningful return out of it. The whole event budget is going to be much less. The travel is going to be less. The cost of setting up a booth is going to be less. The sponsorship, as I said, is going to be it's going to be a lot cheaper and more meaningful. And you can maybe you can afford to do one big national event or 4 to 5 events, in your state. Or if you're a nationwide company and you're looking to get in with these, companies in different states, again, I can hit all of them at once at MJBizCon. Well, you can't hit all of them because you only have so much time and there's so much going on and it's so chaotic. Whereas if you have a schedule where you're going to all these different states, you're going to have such a better response, and you're going to have such more meaningful connections and time spent, and they're going to see, oh, they're invested, they're coming here to where I am, and you know, it makes you feel like a more local company, even if you are a national brand. And so wherever you are in the industry, events are still a lucrative option for how you can find and, you know, grow your business, find new clients, grow your business. But I would shift your focus away from these national events and the big name events that cost a lot of money, and focus more on the smaller events, the local events, and I think you're gonna have better returns. So thanks for watching this video. Please, if you have any questions, leave a comment, go to our website, leave a message. You can even find my contact information on there. We'd love to hear from you. You can set up a free consultation. Thanks for watching, and hopefully see you again.